Hello gang, welcome to the channel, and today we're going into one top 10 of speed types we have right now in the game. I know we're waiting for Luna Snow, but I want to address in my top 10 list, because the previous I've done was like 6 months ago, and I want to address the fact that Gamora, Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen took all three tier 4, and in the speed type tier 3 there is a lot of changes, so I want to put them like in a line that you should focus depending on the game mode, and in the same time showcasing you the best case scenario for the character for CTP and how you should use him, everyone separately for which game mode. So before we go and hit numbers 10, 9, 8, I want you to make sure that you have smashed the like button, smash it. Let me know your opinion down below in the comments about the list, how it looks like to you, if you would do some changes, and also hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, boost the YouTube algorithm so my content gonna get increased, and all the notification gonna let you know about the shorts we're dropping, about the community posts, live streams, videos, and all this stuff. You don't need to search it yourself. Your YouTube gonna tell you, hey, Deathproof just released that. It's way easier. And as it seems, a lot of you guys that are watching my videos you are not subscribed, like 50-50. 50% it's not subscribed, 50% it is subscribed. So make sure you have smashed the like button, log into that goddamn YouTube and do that. It's really easy. Of course, if you want to win crystals, if you want to be part of a community, there is always our Discord server that we are dropping tokens daily for people talking into the server and generally participate like helping others for dimension drifts, mythic or normal, or get yourself a GBR carry or give yourself carry to the others, help others with you carrying for them. You have to press this button, etc. If you come there is multiple people that can help you. You can see here on the Mythic Rift channel there is always messages, people helping each other. Also there is the ABL and ABX bots that can help you choose what character you should build and focus on building if you want to focus on these specific game modes. There is channels basically for everything, and if you want to be part of a community helping or get help into Marvel Future Fight, here we are. Down below in the description is an invitation for the server, so join us and have fun with us with our favorite game. So now let's get started. Let's go to number 10. It's one of the best supports in the game, and it's no other than White Fox. White Fox haven't get a uniform for more than 1 year, but still the uniform she took last time, which is paywall, give her a crazy amount of passive buffs for everyone. Even if she used to be a leadership character, a character that supports only leadership character with insane lot damage against bosses, 65%. She also always had her leadership. Her leadership, it's a key to give you the opportunity to farm faster on dimension rifts, farm faster on these spots, or whatever you wanna farm on autoplay. And also her best choice is of course a CTP of Insight that I have unequipped, and it was my bad. And the point is that you can use her even if your characters are not leadership and they are just superheroes, because you are getting 50% all attack, chain hit damage, ignore dodge, which is all three really good against World Boss Legend, ABX, ABL. So there is people using her only for these buffs, even if she's not giving the buff of the main buff she's giving to leadership character, So she is really like one of the best characters in the game for supporting your characters for multiple game modes. So Fox totally worth spending for her. Even if you don't have her uniform, she got this juicy buff here, the 60%, and she also has her leadership. Of course, you can go and pay with crystals this uniform, and you can get a bit increase on the buff she's getting, which is 10% basic attack. I know it's lame, but still it's something extra that you're getting, you know. So yes, Fox it is. Let's go to number 9. At number 9, we have a character with huge value if you are not into the level 80 and tier 4 aspect of the game. If you're a newer player, Shuri can give you clearly a really good character for multiple days of ABL and ABX. She got the human tag, she got the speed female, and this is all you need to know because her rotation it's super proc friendly, but in the same time if you give her a CTP of rage, she can pull out like 7 million, 6 million on ABL and cap your ABX days. I used to do 11 million with her on when I had her with a normal raids for ABX and something like 5.6, 5.7 for ABL, but I have seen people doing that kind of damage. She doesn't really need her artifact, but the choice is here. If you don't have tier 4 characters, you know, for speed type female, you want her to go with a rage and get the maximum out of her for ABL and ABX. If you have tier 4s, the best choice for her it's a CTP of Insight, of course. She is like really good, but level 70 for level 80 and level and tier 4 she can't compete with these characters, so that's why I would suggest you CTP of Insight if you already have characters like Black Widow, characters like Gwen, I'm not sure, you know, all these characters that they are now available to be level 80 or tier 4. So let's go to number 8. Number 8, it's one of the best characters in the game, free to play totally, and Green Goblin has this rare tag which is Speed Villain. So you can use him for a day of ABX and having super results even with a normal proc. Of course, just came into the game spot and he is kind of close on him on the DPS. I did a review on him, but I haven't built yet my spot, so I'm not sure, but they are close, but still, the point that this dude is so good, and in the same time giving this support to all super villains. So he's a really good DPS that he's giving a support buff to everyone and himself, also giving a leadership for everyone and himself, and also doing a hell lot of damage with just an obelisk. You don't really need his artifact, but a CTP of Judgment is here the best choice. Even if he is an ABX character, it's like one of the only characters, perhaps Wanda also, but it's one of the only characters that you can actually use for ABX with the CTP of Judgment and have great results, and you don't need to worry to swap into a raid because raid performs worst. So that's why I'm probably gonna keep him instead of Spot, because I want to save some rages from my account and have them in my inventory to do mighty rages and stuff like that. But yes, in my opinion guys, Green Goblin totally worth it still. He is one of the best speed villains in the game, basically the best speed villain right now to take and go and do damage for ABX, World Boss Legend and all this stuff. Of course, there is another character which is Gamora with the villain uniform, but even at tier 4 she is close to him. Perhaps in some case he is better than tier 4 Gamora with her villain uniform. So let's go to number 7 where the tier 4 starts also. And for number 7 we have Ant-Man. Ant-Man is perhaps in top 3 of damage against PVE and World Boss Legend, but the fact he gets softed with his tags and he don't really cause his mail, he don't have a lot of tags, he can't really participate in a lot of content, but in the content that he can participate, he don't even need the tier 4. As a level 80 and a proc or a CTP of energy, he can do huge amount of damage, and his skills, it's what, you know, so good looking. His 5th skill, his tier 3, all of his skills looks fantastic, and I love playing with him. I love Ant-Man, but in the same time I'm not finding myself any place to use him, you know. There are others has already replaced him for multiple game modes that you could use him as an agility, you know. There is others right now agility doing way more. So yes, that's why my boy it's at 7th place. And yes, sorry Ant-Man, sorry bro, I know, but that's the place. Let's go to number 6. At number 6, it's the character I picked up to tier 4. And finding myself, you know, in general, feel like she get value as tier 4, but only for ABL, for ABX, and for World Boss Legend, and all this. Her performance didn't increase that much, and it was a disappointment for me, you know. I used her for World Boss Legend, I used her for ABL and ABX, but the moment Gamora came into, she was outscoring her at level 80 for ABX, and for ABL, to be honest, you know, she was doing like 1.5 more than the performance I had with Shuri, so something close to 7.2 millions, and I had seen video with like 9 million, 10 million, and I was trying, but you know, even if you have a mighty rage, even if you have here artifact, even if you have full stacked all this blessing build, you can't really go and do 90 million with her and 9 million on ABL. She's really hard to play and perform, you know, on this game mode. I'm really sometimes having really bad days and doing like 6.1 million. It's like disgusting. I mean, yeah, she is outdated right now in the game, I feel like, because Gwen came and replaced her as the best score of ABL in the game. And other than that, for a GBR, she's not good. For ABX, she's not good. For World Boss Legend, she's good, but yes, you have seen better. I mean, well, she's good, but yeah, not that good. She's a really good pickup, but still, I would, you know, I would consider it twice doing that, and she can perform really well with an obelisk also, or with CTP of Judgment. But if you want to use her for ABX, ABL, and World Boss Legend, a Mighty Rage is the good solution there to have the maximum out of the ABL, which is the good game mode that she's performing well, supposed to at least. So yeah, let's go to number 5 of our list. Our number 5 is Black Widow, and Black Widow used to be the queen of ABX and ABL. She was the only character that she could score, you know, the maximum out of the score for these game modes. In the same time, you know, Shadow Cell was doing better on the one game mode. On ABX, she was the best. She was the best before Gamora. But now, you know, she's falling behind. She's not the best for ABX. She's not the best for ABL. So her value drops day by day, but still she is like number 5. If you build her right now, you're gonna have an increase in your score on ABL and ABX for sure. If you are going, you know, from Shuri to this character, you're gonna see an increase 100%, like 6 to 7 million per week, guaranteed. If you're doing like 4 million with Shuri, with her, you're gonna do 6 million for ABL. For ABX, if you do 10 million with Shuri, you're gonna cap 12 million with her 100%. She is really nice, and you can play here with a couple of rotations. But my boy Alaska Light has made his video also, and he's mastering here. He is doing huge amount of damage. He's doing 13 to 14 million, 14.4 basically, 14.4 million with her for ABX, and for ABL he's pulling out like 8.5 million. Crazy scores. She is out of your mind good, and she can do huge amount of score for both. For other than that, you can turn here into PvP also, but she is like a B-tier character, doesn't really worth it for PvP. And in the same time, for World Boss Legend, her damage is good, but not that good. She's not that good. So yes, she was the ABX and ABL queen, but now she's falling behind. That's why she is at number 5, which is kind of low. Let's go to number 4. For number 4, we're going into Spider-Man. Spider-Man, it's like super good. It's like the best character speed type for timeline battle, for alliance conquest, for alliance tournament. He is top of the meta right now for PvP, and the fact that he is on the 4th place, it's because the other characters are doing huge damage for PvE and World Boss Legend, and their value are way more than Peter Parker, because Peter Parker is a male speed character which is not usable a lot in a lot of game modes for World Boss Legend, ABL and ABX. So yes, his main value it's only for PvP, and these days Wolverine, Carnage, there is a lot of characters that going on timeline battle having an advantage against him, being combo types, but his value increased lately because of Adam Warlock. Because Adam Warlock came, Spider-Man was there and hitting Adam Warlocks in timeline battle, one-shotting them like dogs. So yes, his value it's really increased right now, and the best choice for him for PvP, and which is the main game mode you should use him, it's like Mighty Regeneration or Brilliant, and after that Mighty or Brilliant Authority, because he already got a lot of dodge. You want to have something to give you the penetration. Here works really nice. The penetration proc, as you can see, you're canceling enemy skills and your fast skill, you're casting fast skills, and you have more chances to do this penetration to the enemy. But at the same time, the fact that you have extra max HP and get more hits with dodge, you're having the dodge from your artifact, so you have more chances to stay alive longer with authority or regeneration. Of course, a lot of people using him with a mighty distraction to have the PvE value and the PvP, but yes, it's really hard to play, and if you fail doing it on manual and one-shot the enemy, you are open to the enemy to one-shot you or something like this. So yes, I would suggest regen, authority, and for PvE an energy or a mighty destruction could also work, but don't build him for PvE basically. So yeah, let's go to number 3. For number 3, we have Miles Morales, and he just took his uniform, but he has the same problem, with the others. He is a male. The only problem is that he is a male, because other than that, he is the best for everything, for PvE, You can go with him he's the best damage dealer. She can do the hugest amount of damage for World Boss Legend. If you go against him, whenever World Boss Legend, you're gonna see great results. His damage is out of your mind. I'm using him as a level 80 completing stuff that I can't do with my tier 4 characters. Think about, his level 80 is stronger than tier 4s like Shadow Cell I have with full build, and I don't have on him any of this blessing. Mighty Judgment is the best CTP for him, and the fact that he's a male gives him less value than the top 2 of this list. But yes, other than that, he is the number 1 damage dealer in the game for speed types. He's doing huge amount of damage, and he's really easy to play. But a CTP of Judgment gives you the value of playing more, free, and let your tier 3 skill place a bit after cancel your other skills, so you have gathered more accumulation through your skills and get the maximum value out of the character. Of course, you can use him as a proc friendly unit, cancelling the skills a bit faster, but still I feel like Mighty Judgment or Judgment is the best for him, and I'm using him a lot as a level 80. Think about as a tier 4, he's doing way huge amount of damage to World Boss Legend, and really good job for GBR also. For ABX I have tested him too. He's really nice. But now, let's go to the top 2. And for number 2, we have Gamora. And Gamora is like the number 1 ABX character to go for speed type. She's doing the huge amount of damage. As level 80, I'm able to do 12.5, 13 million. People as tier 4, they're doing 16 millions. We are talking about 16 millions from normal 25% Pierce accounts, not huge whales, but there is people out there doing 15 million like it's nothing, you know. She's doing the best damage for ABX, but she has an issue that it's an advantage in the same time. The issue is that she's not a human character, which all the other speed type was human characters. So the fact that she's not a human character, she can't participate on some specific stages for World Boss Legend and for ABL. So she's missing 1 day of ABL, but in the same time for World Boss Legend she's getting the Weapon Master ability, she's getting the Alien tag, which is useful for some stages on World Boss Legend more than having another human, you know. Humans are more frequent than Alien. Alien, it's like Thor, now it's like Star-Lord also, Gamora and Thanos. It's only 4. The rest of the tier 4s are like mutant or human, so it's 4 out of 26 characters. So yeah, she is kind of rare because of her tag, but yes, the fact that she can't participate for ABL makes her less valuable, you know, to go for her 100%, but still, as level 80, I'm progressing through World Boss Legend with her, having great damage with the Mighty Raids. See, you get the maximum value of her with the Raids 100% because you can use her for ABX and ABL. Really nice. Also, she got some more value because of her old uniform being a villain speed type, and that gives her the opportunity to participate in ABX Villain Day, Speed Villain Day, or the Alien Villain. I think there is an Alien Villain Day. Yeah, you can use her in this day. If you missed Thanos, she is the second best option, you know, tier 4 here, doing some really nice damage, more than 6 million, you can have it easy peasy, so she gets even more value if you consider that too. That's why she's at number 2, and of course the best value is having this uniform if you haven't picked up a uniform yet, this one basically, but yes, if you have her old uniform, you know, as a tier 4 she can perform really nice, not better than Green Goblin, not better than Thanos, but in the same time you have one character for 2 spots, for 2 more spots, which is really important if you want to do the economy on your account and you know, ball up your materials, audience blessings, CTPs on a specific character. So let's go to the absolute number 1. And yes, it's no other than Spider-Gwen. Guys, Spider-Gwen is like in the game for like 4 or 5 days, and I'm getting better and better messages from everyone for her. Whoever makes her, you know, feels like she is when she gets the tier 4, she's going skyrocket her scores for ABL, ABX. She feels like the new Black Widow. She can do ABX and ABL really nice. I've seen scores with her like more than 10 million for ABL and more than 13 million for ABX. So yeah, she is the absolute number 1 and the balance and the number 1 balanced character also, because other than that she's really good for World Boss Legend 2. Her value, her damage as level 80, and with this build was similar with my Miles Morales level 80 Mighty Judgment build, and yes, it was like 30 seconds slower, but still she can keep up with really good characters for World Boss Legend like Miles Morales for PVE, and for PvP perhaps it got some value through her artifact, which gives you extra dodge, but yes, I feel like her place is to replace Black Widow as the absolute meta and being in the center of World Boss Legend, because the fact that she got the leadership tag, also she got the agility tag, she's a human female speed, gives her the number 1 spot in the list of tier 4s being used on World Boss Legend. She's having like 29 unique stages that you can use here, which is huge amount. And yes, even if Luna Snow comes into the game, I don't feel like you're never gonna lose completely the value of Spider-Gwen, you know, because they did the same with Shadow Cell and Black Widow, right? We had Black Widow and they released Shadow Cell. Shadow Cell was really good for ABX, for ABL, but she was really bad for ABX. So even if they drop Luna, I feel like Luna is going to fall behind with her new uniform somehow, somewhere, but we have to figure out. There's no way they're gonna power level Luna right now and delete all the other speed type. I mean, it's not Marvel. Always you could, you could wait for the worst, but still, I don't believe they're gonna do that. And that was my point of view and why I probably going to tier 4 Spider-Gwen also, because you know what, I have like 10 tier 4s, and from the 10 tier 4s I have only one speed type. The rest are either, universal, blast, or combat. My combats are 4, and so yes, I need to keep up with the speed type. So I'm gonna make Spider-Gwen probably in the next video. I have to wait and see. I'm thinking. So yes, that was my point of view on the top 10. Let me know in the comments, as I told you in the start, your opinion, what you should change, up and down, or anything I didn't mention. Of course, for this character, also CTP of Rage is the best because she's the best for ABX and ABL. So yeah, even if I believe like her Awaken should be faster or it's kind of bugged, even if this gameplay, she is really nice, she's really the number one, and she looks dope. Her looks also is dope, I hope you enjoyed. Kisses in your faces.